Studio check.
Frequencies check.
We are live on air.
You are listening to the In Fact Blessing the Airwaves. Take the journey into the world of sports, news, entertainment, while embracing the hottest beats on the planet. Rocking the mind, body, and soul. With energy, electricity, and a splash of controversy. Now, without further ado, it's our pleasure to bring to you
The biggest show in the world.
Biggest show in the world.
the biggest show in the world, the SBTV Nation.
Oh, there it is. The biggest show in the world. Back in the house one more time. It is Friday, gang. New Year's Eve is almost upon us. Almost upon us is also some playoff games as far as the NCAA is concerned. I am here with the winner of last week's daily fantasy contest, as he will not stop talking about it.
Yes.
The Mad Hatter. Let me introduce him to you guys.
You didn't introduce me properly.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You need to introduce
sorry.
me as the reigning and defending SBTV Fantasy Football Contest champion. That is the Mad Hatter. What's up, guys? Good morning to you.
He is the reigning and defending SBTV Daily Fantasy Contest champion, and it is his second win ever since UConn won the national title in college basketball.
I don't know, man. I have plenty of wins after that, but Dream, I had to play the '80s music because I felt it was apropos for what you got planned on New Year's Eve. I know you're gonna be wiggling around, dancing around
one of them
with
guys. Playing from the sideline while I'm out on the dance floor in the middle of all the lovely ladies just dancing and having a good time. Meanwhile, Hat's just sitting down, raising the roof and drinking.
Exactly. Fighting with my bride.
Fighting with his bride because he can't dance.
Whatever, man. Good morning to everybody. SBTV Nation, stand up. You know what? We got the contest here, and it looks like I've scared some people because right now we have, out of 20, we only have 7 who have joined so far, Dream.
Well, I haven't gotten on yet. I've been, dude, this week's been murder for me. And speaking of which, I hate the schedule of college football because I haven't really seen any. You know, you mentioned it the other day, and I didn't really think of it. But then I said, dude, you've only watched like 2 of these bowl games.
It's crazy. It's absolutely nuts. I think that, you know, having the 2 o'clock day games, even the 5 o'clockers, I mean, I was able to catch my win yesterday.
The 2 o'clock day games, forget it.
It's crazy. I mean, come on. Listen, I don't know how many of you guys are out there that are working this week or not working. I'd like to know what a percentage is. As a matter of fact, I should do one of those Twitter polls to see how many people actually had to work this week. Because
when y'all gamble, y'all better all be out working.
Right on. Because it's crazy. I mean, it's just so hard to just stop what you're doing and watch a 2 o'clock game. And guys, I have 4 massive TVs in my office. It's just, you know, I'm bouncing around, going left and right, doing, you know, I'm on the road a lot. So it's very difficult. And then, you know, trying to gamble on these games and being screaming, looking at your phone is just not the way I want to do it, Dream.
You know, the thing with me is I honestly am not thinking about college football on a Wednesday at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm into my day doing what I'm doing, and then out of nowhere, I maybe glance down at my phone, if you know, because my phone's on those notifications to let me know what's going on in the world of sports, so I could, you know, try to adequately report it back to you guys. Look down at my phone, I'm like, oh shoot, that's right, the bowl game's on tonight. What am I doing? But it's just, I got stuff to do, just like you. You know, we're working, we're, you know, getting things done. The timing's bad, man. I've always complained. I thought that when they used to have the bowl games all on like New Year's Day, dude, I so miss that.
I do too.
I so miss that. Now, all of these bowls did not need to go on New Year's Day. I get that because they've added like a billion of, like, there's the, you know, chicken wing bowl, and then there's the, you know what I mean, salsa and guacamole bowl. But if they took like the 10 major ones and just put them all on just that, you know, on New Year's Day like they used to, I just would appreciate that so much better.
I agree with you. Well, you know what, Dream? The good news is that we have New Year's Eve on Saturday night, which is awesome. And then you have Sunday where you have 16 NFL games all going off on one day. I can't remember the last time that happened.
Well, it hasn't happened much, but I told you before, because what happened is there was a leap year in the middle of that, which sets it back off. The last time it lined up like this was 5 years ago, but it wasn't quite like this. New Year's Day was on Saturday.
Okay.
Because I had planned on going to Vegas because to me, it was perfect because what you had was New Year's Eve landed on Friday, New Year's Day landed on Saturday, and then you had NFL football on Sunday. It was perfect, okay?
Yep.
And then here's what happened.
I'm listening.
My son, my wife was pregnant at the time.
Oh, wow.
So there was no going to Vegas at that time, but that's the last time it kind of lined up like this. Now, for me, college football takes a big hit Sunday.
Yeah, right.
Because the NFL's going on.
Right on, especially with 16 games, Dream.
Yeah,
that is going to be dope.
It's a big hit for them Sunday, but I don't know what they could do to schedule it other than they could have moved them all to Saturday.
Very good point.
But I don't know if that works either. So they're taking a hit Sunday.
Yeah, they are taking a hit Sunday. But you know what? The good news for collegiate football is that today there's a lot of good games going on, Dream. And I'm pretty excited about it. And we also have UFC going on as well.
We also have UFC going on. I should have gotten Tiger Clinch on this morning, but gang, it's been a hectic week for me. Things have been very, very hectic for both of us.
Oh, yeah.
We're trying to do some different things behind the scenes, but hopefully, I'm hoping next year we could really get this a different move going on. Tell T-Mac his heels are going down today. I love all the interaction though in the nation. You guys bearing with us through this time, which is very difficult. Understand, I know you guys are aware that Hat's dad passed. So Hat's dad was the foreman of, his other business that he does. So now Hat's had to pick up being the foreman. You don't know that prior to the show, when Hat and I are on the phone, he's getting like 50 phone calls from Bob the Builder.
Yeah, right. Right. Exactly.
Prior to the show, we're trying to prepare to give you guys what we want to talk about. And Hat's like, hold on, dude. And he's got like 80 phone calls, like the plumber, hey, the pipes burst over here.
Yeah,
the roof is caving in over here.
I know.
Yeah, and meanwhile, we're trying to concentrate on sports at the same time. I'm going through my own difficulties as a lot of you guys don't know this, but I guess I'm gonna divulge this now. I don't know when the right time would be, but I'm going through a divorce myself. And personally, listen, how we get on here and laugh sometimes, I don't know. And yeah, it's a long time of being married. I don't really have a lot of negative things to say, but we just kind of grew apart from each other. And if Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie can't make it, I don't feel too bad about me not making it either. But I am going through a divorce, and anybody who's gone through a divorce, I don't think I need to tell you how difficult this time has been for me. So,
yeah.
Just want to get that out there because going into the new year, we want to start with a clean slate because I am looking for big things. This was probably the worst year of my life, personally.
Yep.
So I'm doing like some real talk with you guys right now, but we're making it through. And thanks to this show, believe it or not, this show and this program and most of you guys out there, the nation, has really been a big help to get me through probably the worst year of my life.
Yeah, definitely, Dream. Well, you know what? Hey, it's only good things to look forward to. And, when you're down, you can only go up. And you know what? And here's the beauty of that whole situation is that we get to hear all your crazy stories as you are now a single man. So I'm looking forward to hearing everything that you're murdering out there. So it should be a lot of fun.
Believe it or not, there's a lot of stories, but it's not as much murdering as you would think.
Why?
But there's mad stories.
Why? Because you get clingers?
Oh, son, there's mad stories. Only thing I'll say about the dating game now, it has changed 250%. It's a much different situation in a crazy scenario right now.
Oh, definitely, Dream. Well, you know what? I wish you the best of luck, and I know you're going to bounce through, and you're going to have an amazing year next year.
No doubt. And I'm looking, guys, I am so looking forward to 2017. I'm looking forward to doing big things. I want to do big things with this show. I want to do big things in my life, and I just want to turn things around and just make it, get it back.
Yes.
Just get it back.
Get it back, exactly. So, guys, what do you got going on for 2017? How are you going to go out there and, in 3 words, get that money in 2017? Because that's a big part of the equation, Dream.
I plan on murdering the playoffs in regular football.
Even though it's been a watered-down product this year, Dream?
Even though it's been a watered-down product, now you're getting you're getting the cream of the crop as far as that watered-down product is concerned. And I like the playoff lineup, and I think there's going to be some. Listen, there's a couple things that I'm not trying to do. Okay, I'm not trying to bet against the Patriots at any cost. I love the Patriots, and I love the Patriots scenario, and I pray that they get home field advantage and win this week, because I do believe that the home field advantage, the Patriots will be the team to beat in the AFC. I really like their chances. I also am hopeful that Miami will get in.
Oh, they're in.
Okay, I'm hopeful that they will not play the Texans right out of the gate.
Yeah, you want them to play Pittsburgh. Pitt's going to give like 9.
I want them to play Pitt-or-Pat, and I will be all over Pitt. That was definitely there. I like in the NFC, there's some solid teams over there that I like, that I think are going to be good. And guys, you know what? You're going to find this very funny, but I do like Dallas probably in their original game, depending on who they play. I do like Dallas to win their first game. It's the second game that I'm going to probably struggle with in that particular series. So there's some things that look great for me look great for us as far as the NFL is concerned. Playoffs, college football. Listen, here's where I'm at. I really like Bama
to win the whole thing.
And start off, you know what I mean? Start off this weekend. I really like Bama, and I really like Wisconsin.
Over Western Michigan, huh?
I like Wisconsin over Western Michigan. Yes, I do. Okay. I do like Wisconsin over Western Michigan. I do like that. And we will take it and move it on for there. But before we get into all that, which is coming up over the weekend, and gang, we will not be on Sunday. We will not be on Sunday. Don't forget that. We won't be on Sunday. We'll be on Saturday. Dr. Dan will join us. We'll be on Saturday, but we will not be on Sunday.
Right on. Exactly. And I plan on sleeping till about 12:45 on Sunday, and then waking up and watching the plethora of NFL games. That is my goal.
Because I tried to link with him for the new year and do our thing. And
I played, my boy. I did. I will definitely admit that, Dream, that I played you on it. You know what it is that guy, and the Dream explained, how much I've been working and all that. I mean, my days have literally been from 5:30 in the morning until like 10 o'clock at night. It's just bananas. But I just didn't know if I was feeling going out and getting crazy on New Year's Eve. And sure enough, I basically just kind of started feeling it a little bit this week. So I ended up planning on doing something. My bride and I are going to stay and going to the Mohegan Sun Casino for a big party out there. So I'm hopeful that the Dream could join us. I'm sorry I played you, brother.
Kid played me. Try to link with my boy. Had the other thing about Hatto, he is a last minute guy. That I will give you. You are consistent with that.
Yes. My man.
Go ahead. When it comes to planning, Hat'll be like, all right, well, you know what? I'll get back to you. Just like, Hat, it's an hour. We got to go do it in an hour.
And my bride hates that because we were trying to make dinner reservations and all that stuff, and people forget it. I'm like, yo, come on, let's go to Jordan's Steakhouse. She's like, yeah, 11:45 is the only thing they have.
And his wife does hate it because we're out. The three of us are out a couple of weeks ago. Hat dips off to go to the bathroom or to do something. And his bride starts ripping into my ear. And I'm sitting here just trying to hold it down for my boy. And then when he comes back, she gets an attitude and says, I'm going to just get you an Uber.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to get you an Uber. Me and the Dream are going to sit here and talk.
Yeah, good. So you can listen to it because I'm sick of hearing it, to be honest with you.
Man.
Looking at a couple of comments here. My man Super Mario, thank you very much for hitting me up. He said he's listening from the town that I built.
No doubt.
Got a bunch of houses going on in one town.
Bad project cribs all over that town.
all over the state, pretty much, man.
Slumlord. And big ups to Slumlord and Hat. I can't wait for Trump to get loose so we can stop slumlords from going.
Oh man, you keep mispronouncing it. President-elect Trump, Drew.
President-elect? Well, come on. I'm giving him he's a president now.
He is, man. He is. So,
as far as I'm concerned.
All right, Dream. So the SBTV Nation Fantasy Football Contest, the tweet is out there. It's on our Twitter page, and I'm looking forward to a bunch of people signing up and getting on board with us. It's a $10 buy-in, and since we have 20 people, we're doing the top 2 get paid. That's how we're doing it this time. Every 10 that we increase this, we're going to get the top 30. You know, if we did 30, the top 3 would get paid, 40, the top 4, so on and so forth. So pretty excited about it, Dream. And I'm already looking at my lineup, and it looks amazing. So I'm just making sure that all these cats are playing. So if you're putting your lineup in now, guys, you could put a lineup in now, and you could swap it out right before game time.
And you know what? Don't do that.
Why not?
That's my recommendation is don't do that, because I have done that and swapped so many guys in and out and played with it. It requires, because you start thinking about stuff. If you do it now, listen, sign up now because you don't want it to be filled. But if you put your lineup in now, it will drive you insane over the next 2 to 3 days. To me, your best bet, and this another thing, I've done this year too with gambling. I swear that on Tuesday, whatever I think is going to happen Sunday is the best time to put my weight, because after you begin to hear all the rhetoric all week long, you do the research, you do the studying, you do this, you do that, you do the other, you just start second guessing your opinions and changing stuff, which is just, to me, insanity.
Well, I'm going to tell you why you have to pay attention to it. Because
for injuries,
purpose. Number one,
yes.
Suspensions or players sitting.
Yes.
Because I'm looking at the Dallas Cowboys, the greatest team that ever lived,
Ooh.
and it looks like Tony Romo is expected to see some action in this game, Dream. I love how they flip-flop all this.
Well, Romo should have been playing. I mean,
I know. Maybe Jerry listens to the show.
I hope he does. And if he does, Jerry, please send us a donation if you're listening to this. Get it really popping the way we need it.
Exactly.
But it got stolen this year. Yo, would this been a bad year, player? Guys, this has been 2016. You know, I'm about to put a plaque on the wall called 2016. It's one of them. 2016 is that football year. I mean, not that footprints year. You know what I'm talking about? You know the one with the footprints? Oh, they say God is talking to you. Talking about I carried you through this.
Yeah. You were getting carried in 2016, Drew?
Yeah, he was getting carried in 2016. I have to ask him, yo, what was, because carrying wasn't going all that good.
Yeah. Crazy, man. You're nuts. Dream, it's Friday, and you know
Friday.
what? It's about that time. Let's just talk real quick about what went down yesterday in collegiate football. So I called Virginia Tech.
Yes.
And I was furious. And the first quarter, second quarter, 10 minutes left in the second quarter. So you're, what is it? Let me think. 14, 15 minutes into the game. I'm down 24-0. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh my God, I can't even believe. I'm so embarrassed I even mentioned this game on the show.
Okay.
Sure enough, Vatek in the second half makes their adjustments and scores 35 unanswered points, and not only wins the game, but covers the spread.
No doubt.
What a way to come back, Dream. It's usually the opposite.
Well, Arkansas, they've been this season get off to that hot start and then fizzle. So that's not rare for them.
Right on. Exactly. So
I
was pretty excited about that. So, you know what I saw? It was 24-7, 24-6, I believe. Then they just started inching back. And sure enough, all of a sudden, they went for the go-ahead score. I'm like, I can't believe I'm going to get this game. So now I had the money line situation, and I brought it down to -6.5. So I'm like, am I going to eat? There's no way I'm covering. I'm going to just win with the money line, obviously, because that's how we do over here. And sure enough, they ended up covering the spread on top of it.
Wow.
Sick. So congratulations to that program out there, and thank you for winning me some money. And Dream, I saw my boy LeBron play the Boston Celtics, and they were beating the snot out of them. They let Boston come back a little bit in that game.
LeBron is going on saying that he gives himself an F for that game. And interesting game. Listen, that Celtic team, they don't go away.
They don't go away.
You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
They don't go away. They fight hard for a full game. If it was for hustle, they'd be probably in second place. But there's just some. I don't know what exactly the Celtics are missing. Probably the prolific outside shooting scorer, Brett, like Sugar Ray.
Thomas is pretty good, but
that 3-point guy though, to kick it out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, they have Al Horford now, but he's just like a what's the word I'm looking for? Uncoordinated. He's like a. Oh my God, I don't even know what to. He just doesn't have the. He just looks strange out there. I don't know what it is. I mean, he's a big man, but he's just not doing it for me.
Unorthodox.
Yeah, just kind of. I mean, there's times where he'll go in and throw down a monster dunk,
right?
And then there's times where he's tripping over his own feet. I just don't get it. I just don't understand it. So I don't know, Dream. I mean, they got a lot of work to do. All the teams in the East have a lot of work to do. There's just no team at all that's even close to the Cavs. It just doesn't exist.
Oh my God, I'm gonna put the brakes on that for a minute.
Come on. Oh my God, don't tell me the Craptors.
Dude, what I'm saying, are you paying? I love you. Give them no respect. The Craptors, and you don't really talk about this Hornet team either. Who, by the way, I talked about the Hornets yesterday, and they handled their business. I guess the books did know something was gonna go on with the Grizzlies because the Grizzlies murdered OKC Thunder. Well, I guess they were like.
Westbrook was fouled out of the game in the third quarter, right?
Sure, but the books must have said, let's listen to the show and said, you know what, we think Westbrook's tired now.
Yeah, right. Yeah, good point.
Grizzlies destroyed the Thunder, man. They destroyed the Thunder, but that line had me quite puzzled. But I mean, this Hornets team is good. No, I agree with you. The Cavs are leaps and bounds above the rest of the East. But Kyrie's injury prone. Kevin Love's injury prone.
Doesn't matter at all.
Either one of them two get injured or both of them, it will be interesting. I'm not saying that they're going to lose, but be interesting.
I would be more concerned if Kyrie goes down.
No doubt.
By
the way, Kyrie always goes down.
Kyrie always goes down. Exactly. Well, you know what, Dream? I don't know. It just seems like they're not relying on any one particular player to do all the work anymore. You know what I'm saying? So that's usually when the injuries occur.
No
but
doubt.
I mean, Tristan Thompson, even Def Jeff is still dope.
The thing with the Cavs right now to me is they're just having such a good time.
Yeah.
The chemistry is just so great with this team.
Yeah.
They're having a ball. They're buying into LeBron's coaching or Tyronn. Imagine being Tyronn Lue.
Oh, God. Laughing. Completely laughing.
Imagine being Tyronn Lue right now. I mean, life is so good for the whole gang out there. And that chemistry and atmosphere is so positive and so good. You just won the NBA title. Everybody's loosey-goosey. Your boy, the main bandwagon guy is LeBron. LeBron's taking care of everybody, you know. They're at games, having a good... I mean, if I could just get adopted right now, I would take it back, hang out with the team right now, because it's just such a good time. And when you have that great chemistry and that good time, it transcends to what's going on in the basketball court. Now, I know they got a little sloppy last night, in the second half of this game and towards the end with the Celtics, but... This is just a team that's having fun and having a good time. And that is a hard recipe to beat.
I love my boy is trying to get the little bit of the James Harden look, getting the beard starting to grow a little bit. He's trying to do that, But
hard recipe to beat.
You know what?
Why won't LeBron got to shave that head, though. The
hairline's starting to creep up a little bit.
Perry Ellis-ish.
Perry I know, no doubt, man.
We haven't talked about college hoop at all either.
I know.
Gang,
We'll
we
get
are
into
so
it.
sorry. But honestly, I haven't watched not one college hoop game. I mean, we know UCLA had a good game the other day. I didn't watch it, though. We haven't talked. I'm sorry, gang. We've abandoned college hoop. Trust me, college hoop is on the rise. We'll be right into it in a minute.
Big time. And one thing that was funny was Marcus Smart trying to come after my boy last night. Just wasn't happening. LeBron was like, get off me, man. Little guy on him. Crazy. But anyway, Dream, let's talk about college football. Starts at
College
12 p.m.
football.
Eastern Standard Time today. And the first game on the ticket, we have the SEC versus the Big 12. We got Georgia versus TCU. And you got the line here, TCU minus 3.5 with an under-over of 49 points. What's your thoughts on this Georgia team being 7-5 this year, Dream?
Ugh. Well,
Just ugly
the good
game,
thing
huh?
about them is they got rid of their old head coach who never really won for them anyway. So you expected them to take a step back. Anytime you lose your head coach, you expect the team to take a couple steps backwards, which definitely they did. TCU, though, do you have an explanation for them?
No, I mean, they lost a lot of players, but I mean, this team here, it is. Both of these conferences are very difficult challenges. You have a very challenging schedule, I should say, in these conferences. I do give the edge to TCU. Looking at it here, and a couple of stats just to throw out there real quick as far as stats, trends, and the whole package. First things first is Georgia is not scoring a lot of points. They're only scoring 24 points a game. TCU is putting up 31.7. TCU is 2-6 against the spread in the last 8 games, Dream. They are not covering spreads at all. Period. And the total is going under in 6 of their last 7 games.
TCU's not covering spreads and not winning.
The Horned Frogs are 6-6, baby. 6-6.
No, lost to Kansas State, Oklahoma State, Texas Tech. Come on. They ain't even winning. Forget cover the spread.
I know. When you look at this, neither one of these teams, well, Georgia is definitely the offensively inferior team to TCU, that's for sure. And they're only putting up, less than 200 yards through the air, less than 200 yards on the ground. You know what, though? These college bowl games are very hard to tell, Dream.
Very hard to tell right
these
now.
Matchups,
Stink.
well, they do stink, but it's just so unorthodox this year. I'm having a tough time because, like, the SEC playing this, this TCU team here, I'm just challenged with the fact of, does Georgia bring the defense? And do they slow this TCU team down? Do they run the ball and control the tempo of the game? That's obviously their recipe here. They have to slow down TCU offensively. I don't know which way to go on this game, Dream. I am not going to play this game. It's a 12 o'clocker. I will still be at work. If you guys got any plays on this, let me know, but I'm going to stay far away from it. How about you?
Game stinks. I don't plan on getting involved in it, but the one thing that I will say, I kind of like the under.
You like the under?
I do, because they're both, like you said, it's been TCU hasn't put up a whole lot of bunch of scoring. Georgia never scores. They always have struggled to put up a whole bunch of scoring as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I like the under in this game, especially if you could add, listen, if you could get this under up to 51.5.
Yeah, okay.
51.5, I believe that it's perfect.
Well, here's how you're going to get it, Dream.
Go.
Georgia, this team here, time of possession, they hold the ball 33 minutes a game, almost 34 minutes a game. Puts them number 8 in the land in all collegiate football. So, we talked about the game plan where they're just going to try to slow TCU down and kind of, run the ball, control the tempo of the game. So if that's the case and they're successful at doing that, your under is definitely coming to form. It'd be like unless it goes to overtime, which you never know, you might be all right there. So I wish you the best of luck if you get involved in that one.
I don't think I'm going to get involved, but that's my recommendation for the nation. If you guys are going to, get involved in this game, which I think it's an ugly game. It's a 12 o'clock start. By probably 20 minutes after the show is done, I'll forget that the game is even on at 12. And then go to and hit somewhere and see a TV and be like, oh man, I forgot this bowl game was on. But if I'm going to get involved, I do like the under in this spot. I wouldn't take a side. I would take the under.
All right, let's go over to the Pac versus the ACC. You got number 18 Stanford, who is 9-3, without Christian McCaffrey. He's not playing,
McCaffrey,
right?
Not playing.
Okay. Versus the North Carolina Tar Heels, T-Max team. 8-4 on the year. Stanford's minus 2.5 with an under-over of 54 points. What's your thoughts on this North Carolina team? They've been super inconsistent this year.
super inconsistent. And the one game that really, really, really bothers me about North Carolina and T-Mac was the loss to the Doogies.
Oh, big time.
That game bothered the hell out of me because I think that I was involved in that game. I can't remember, but I want to say that I did have North Carolina. It's the one game this year that I played North Carolina, and they played me in that particular game. That game bothers me. That loss bothers me. Now, Stanford started off real dusty and then came on in their last 5 games as they got a little bit healthier. I mean, they came on big time, made a couple of changes and a couple of adjustments. I would say that Shaw is going to have his guys fully prepared for today's game and fully up for it. Stanford's got all the momentum going into this game, if you ask me. I mean, wins against Arizona, Oregon State, Oregon, Cal, and Rice, and kind of impressively doing it. They got all the momentum coming into this game. I like Stanford to win this game, but I would money line it or get them plus some points. So if you're going to get involved in that under, tease the under. I would like to probably add Stanford to that tease, but I don't think I'm going to get involved in this game, but that's what I would do.
Even without McCaffrey, huh?
Yeah, I like Stanford even without McCaffrey. I do.
Wow.
I do, because you know what? I think McCaffrey, honestly, I know he's a great talent, and I know he was, he did a lot of things, but sometimes with these guys that are really good talent, you try so hard to get them involved in the game that you don't play a comfortable game and just and find who the open guy is instead. You know what I mean? Because you're so busy trying to get him involved.
I understand that. All right, well, you know what? In this particular game, I'm going to stay away from this one as well, because I'm going to tell you why. There's a couple of situations where I was on North Carolina, and I was either successful or got punched in the face. And the game versus Georgia Tech, I was with you at the bar. I believe that was the one where my wife was heckling me over there. Mm-hmm. And North Carolina won handily in that game. But then this team, the loss that bothers me is the Va Tech loss in the pouring rain. Remember that?
Yep.
They got thumped.
They were mad unhealthy than had, though.
All right. And then, well, what about, how do you explain the NC State loss in the last game of the season? That one there, I had North Carolina and I lost. Well, and they they were in like a 6-team parlay. And all I needed them to do was win the game, and they lost.
Huge rivalry.
Yeah, I know. I get it. Well, UNC's putting up 33 points a game. They are 8-4 on the season, putting up 294 yards through the air per game. And when you look at the pass defense of Stanford, they give up 218 yards. It should be a seesaw matchup here. I think this will be a good game. I like Stanford to win this game. And, gang, my thing with Christian McCaffrey, too, is he missed a lot of games this season anyway. So they played without him. Yeah.
It's not like they're just, not like they played with him all season and all of a sudden now they don't have him. He didn't play a few games this season, due to injury. So I don't feel that it's a big loss for them. Yeah, you always want that talent on there. I like what he could do in the special teams, side of it. But hey, you know what? Band together and go play. You know what? Christian McCaffrey, to me, you kick rocks.
Right on.
You know what I'm saying? Dude, you just abandoned your boys. You did a hat. You know what I mean? Basically, your boys were asking you what you want to do for New Year's Eve, and you were like, and then all of a sudden at the last minute you decide, nah, I'm not messing with you. I'm going to go over here and do something else. So whatever. Win just for spite out of Christian McCaffrey so you could hold it up and be like, you weren't part of this, and kick rocks and good luck and hope you are booty in the NFL.
Let's talk about the Big Ten versus the SEC.
Yes.
You got Nebraska versus number 21, Tennessee. Tennessee is 8-4 on the year. Tennessee Dream is -7 points in this game.
I want to fall out of my chair that Tennessee is -7 points.
There might be a reason for it, though. Be careful.
No, there is a reason for it. I know there is a reason for it, which is what I don't know. Listen, we told you Tennessee at the very beginning of the season when they were ranked number 8 in the country. I was the first person to tell you, no way.
Right.
People got on Twitter and they were like, Dream, you don't know what you're talking about, blah, 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 blah. Whatever. Just like Cowboy fans been telling me I don't know what I'm talking about. But I do know what I'm talking about. This Tennessee team is not that good. They can't throw the ball. They look for the run. They got no business giving Nebraska 7 points. No business.
Tennessee just lost to Vandy. You believe that?
Which is a big rivalry game, too.
Yeah,
I do believe that. So it's a rivalry game. But like I said, Tennessee's offense just cannot do it, can't put it up. Now, what bothers me about Nebraska, the loss to Iowa, but I do like Iowa, so I think Iowa's got a pretty good program. But it bothers me a little bit. I thought Nebraska would pick up the pace after that. I expected them to lose to Ohio State, but they didn't need to lose 62-3, though.
No, right. Exactly. Right on. Well, you know what? I'm looking at this game, Dream, and the Tennessee Vols, I mean, I would stay clear of this game. I'm going to tell you why. Nebraska is not an offensive juggernaut. They are not going to be able to hang with Tennessee. If Tennessee gets going, it's going to be very difficult for Nebraska to come back. But you know how Tennessee in the first half, likes to screw around,
Sure.
And then obviously, come back in the second half here. Nebraska's going to have to ground and pound and control the tempo just like the other game, same situation, and try to win this game in a dogfight. I don't know. I think Tennessee wins this game, Dream.
Tennessee may win the game. I'll tell you what. Once again, I like the under again in this particular matchup. One, Nebraska doesn't put up a whole plethora of points. Two, Tennessee, while they do put up a lot of points, they still are a running team. And most of their points, if you look, a couple of their points end up getting manufactured by their defense. I like the under again in this spot. It's already at 57. So if you take the under in the other game, you can take the under in this game in the teaser, put the 7 to it, get this to 60. Let's see, this would be at 64? And I think you're safe.
Yeah, that might be a good play.
I do like the under in both of these spots.
All right. So we have one more game that we're just going to kind of pass over. It's Air Force playing South Alabama, and they're given 14 points, 2 touchdowns, with an under over 57.5. So you might be some guys out there that are from a local South Alabama squad that maybe want to get this game, or maybe some Air Force fans out there. But I wish you the best of luck with that. Kind of like similar situation to how I am with Yale. If you got something up your sleeve and you know these teams pretty well, feel free to hit us up on Twitter or any social media outlets and let us know where you're at.
Don't expect me to be getting involved. Don't catch feelings if I'm like, all right, player, go get them.
Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida.
Here it is.
62 degrees tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have Mr. Harbizzle and the Michigan Wolverines going into play the Florida State Seminoles, Dream. Michigan in this game is minus 7 points with an under-over of 51, and you know damn well where I'm going with this game. I have Michigan tied in with Vatek last night. So all I need is Michigan to win this game to have a very, very successful last couple of days here. Michigan rolls here, brother. But I like the synopsis that you gave of this game before we went on the show. Can you please repeat that?
Well, first of all, this is a long fall from the national title.
Shut up. I called Michigan to make the national champ. You know what? It's that loss to Iowa, dude. The home team underdog on primetime bit me in the ass. I get it.
This is a long fall,
and they should have
from
beat
the
the Ohio
national
State
title
University.
that Mr. Hat, the daily fantasy winner, professed that Michigan was going to win the national title and have to make fun of it. Listen, a nasty game as far as I'm concerned. Well, not nasty, but I'm saying Michigan wins. I think Michigan wins this game. However, 10-3 at the half, Michigan. Okay?
Yep.
Florida State, fizzling out, moves the ball a little bit, gets excited, then a couple of holding calls, has to punt. You guys know how it works. Field position, struggle back and forth. Then in the third, probably the middle of the third, Michigan either gets a touchdown, interception for a touchdown, or gets the ball in some great field position due to their defense. Pushes it to 17-3, and then probably in the fourth get 2 booty scores and covers, and looks like they killed it when they really didn't. But I just saying, I think Michigan wins and covers this game, but they're probably going to do it in stomachache fashion, as that's just the way I see them doing it today. I don't think that they're going to run away with this thing. Florida State, though, I haven't really figured them out. The game that is very interesting to me, and the only one game that I'll say that I'll be careful about Michigan, Florida State managed to put 31 up on Florida. Florida's defense, I think, is better than Michigan's defense.
Oh, stop. No
but I know
way. No way, dude. Nope.
Okay.
I have to respect.
As good as then. How about as good as?
Dream. Michigan is the number 2 defense in all of collegiate football. They play
Florida?
They play in the Big Ten.
And what's
Okay?
Florida?
Florida right now. Let me just take a look here. I'll tell you right now. They're not number 1.
Give me they play in the Big Ten. Florida's in the SEC. Come on.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear the Big Ten.
But you saw some of the teams they played though. Come on. Well, let's just see here.
Also,
college
Indiana's
football, defense. Hold on.
Michigan State is dope. Who, by the way, your defense is so dope. You gave up 23 to Michigan State, whose offense is awful.
Florida's number 6 in the land, Dream.
Okay, so as good as Hat.
Michigan is number 2, 252 yards defensively they allow per game. And they lost the game, but they held the Ohio State University pretty damn good in Columbus for a long time in that game. A couple of other stats, key stats, opponent yards per play. They are number 2, giving up less than 4 yards per play. Number 1 in opponent pass yards per attempt. Number 1 in opponent pass completion percentage. Dude, let me tell you something. I have a feeling this is going to go exactly the way you're saying, Dream. I disagree with you on the Florida comment, but I totally agree with you on the way it's going to go. Expect maybe like a low scoring affair in the first half, unless Florida gets does some trickery or some broken plays or something like that for touchdowns. I think it's going to be tight, and then Michigan pulls away, wins the game, covers the spread, and wins by 20 or more. I like that.
Let me adjust the Florida comment a little bit.
Yeah, please do.
As good as Michigan's defense, I'm going to say. As good as.
I'm a big Florida defensive fan. You saw what Alabama did to Florida, right?
Come on, that's Alabama, though. I'm not. Come on, stop it. Don't do that.
All
Alabama would have did that to Michigan, too, by the way. So don't do that. But listen, that's all I'm saying is be careful if you're ready to go ham on Michigan saying, they're going to kill them. Because, Florida State was able to have some success against a Florida defense. Florida's offense is which just really, really does, which we've talked about. But I think Michigan wins, and they probably will cover the spread. But just don't go ham. Be careful. Well, you know what? It wouldn't hurt you to get rid of that 7 points. It wouldn't hurt to be – you got some other games to add to it anyway, so it wouldn't hurt.
What about an adjusted line with Michigan?
No, I'm not telling you. Come on.
Minus 19.5, brother. Come on. I think they win by 20 or more. I honestly do. I'm going to have to talk to the evil genius.
You thought they were going to national title hat.
I'm going to talk to the evil genius about this one.
You thought they were going to the national title.
Thank you to Fast Eddie for that amazing photo, by the way. I like that one a lot. Definitely like it. Kid, stop.
Yeah. No, it's good.
If that one came over and said, hey, what's up? I think you would...
By the way, if any of them came over and said, hey, what's up?
I think you'd be like, I got to wrap up the show right now because I got a little something at my door.
Any of them came over and said that.
Yes.
It'd be a wrap.
All right, Dream. So that does it for collegiate football. I am all over Michigan today. Love the Michigan Wolverines.
Go get them.
Yeah. So that's going to close out my parlay with Vatek, and I'm looking forward to it. If Michigan loses, I'd be pretty disappointed, to be honest with you. I just can't see it happening. Not to Jimbo Fisher and Florida State. Just don't see it.
Jimbo. Yeah, Jimbo, I know. I know.
Dalvin Cook is going to get smoked in this game. So, all right. What else you got here, brother? All
right, let's dip it on over to the hardwood. It is Friday, and I do get down with the NBA, and the Bulls have a 4 o'clock start today. What is that about?
I don't know.
Sports just decided, hey, we're just going to play at any time.
Nobody's working this week at all.
Really?
Great. I don't know how. I don't know. I mean, are you guys working this week? What's going on? Like, I go to the stores. People are working.
Hey, I go to the stores. People are working too. But I'll tell you what. I go to the stores and mad people need jobs though, or should get one. I don't know what they're doing out there because nobody works during the day.
Yeah, very good point.
I'm like, would you guys all work midnights? Because I don't believe that neither.
They're all out there protesting Trump, Dream.
Yeah, they're all out there protesting Trump. But anyway, as we dip on over to the NBA, Boston Celtics caught a loss last night. Hard-fought game against the Cavs. They got the Heat coming into Boston. They're back at home tonight. I got no line on the game, though. You got a line?
Not yet.
I got no line yet. So it's hard for me to say this, but I do like Boston Celtics to bounce back and beat the Heat.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I mean, the Heat, dude, this team has just got to pick up the pieces here, man. 10-23 on the year, 5-11 away. Yikes. With the loss of D. Wade and obviously my boy, I mean, this team is definitely... what's the deal with Chris Bosh?
Dude, I think Bosh is done.
Done?
I mean, I don't know. He's still trying to play, but nobody. With the doctor's stamp they got on him, I don't think any team's going to touch him.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, I don't think any team's going to touch him or take that chance. Nobody wants that particular chance. So, done. The only other game that I would look at tonight, this evening as well, gang, to me, I go all the way down to the Spurs at 8:30. The line is probably going to be bananas. I don't have one yet, but I like the Spurs at home. But if it's over, like 20, it shouldn't be that high.
No, it'll probably be 14, 15.
14, yeah, 14 or 15. Then you got to worry about it. Of course, check your rosters with, Popovich. He was, I say that last time he played the Trailblazers in Portland, he sat everybody and they still beat Portland.
Yeah, right.
So I shouldn't even say check your lineup with that. I do like the Spurs, particularly in this evening.
All right, and one more matchup here. You got the Dallas Mavs that just played last night and beat the Lake Show. Are going into the Golden State Warriors tonight, Dream.
And the Mavs have stunk.
Yeah,
Golden State, though, is running 18 on them, 18 piece. So, I'm not getting involved in that. They have those circus-like scores and play the circus-like games, but I'm not getting involved in anything given 18. You might want to look at John Wall and the Wizards playing the Brooklyn Nets. They are giving 8. Brooklyn, not that great. 1-15 on the road. Only thing is you got to get rid of the 8 points from the Wiz. Wiz are 12-6 at home, which isn't too bad. But the Wiz don't like to cover their games a lot.
No, absolutely not, Dream. So I got one more thing to talk about. My man T-Mac is asking me to talk about this, and then I have to rumble out of here. So let's talk about the UFC tonight, Dream.
Okay.
As we have Ronda Rousey coming back.
Yep.
And she is fighting Amanda Nunes for the championship. And Ronda Rousey is minus 165 with an under-over of 1.5 rounds. I don't know if you saw the weigh-in with her.
Nope.
First of all, she hasn't been talking to anybody. Secondly, with the weigh-in, she did the weigh-in, didn't even pose, didn't do anything, just left. She looks different to me. She looks in great shape, don't get me wrong. I don't even know. I don't know if I consider her focused. I'm looking at something. I think the nerves. I think she's very nervous here, Dream. I really do. I'm looking at her. I mean, she looks like like she aged a couple years in her face. Like she's stressed. I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. I don't know. She's come out there and she's been gangbusters and she was on top of the world and. The loss really damaged her psychologically. And I feel that if she loses this fight tonight, she's done. I don't think she's going to fight anymore.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to lose, though.
You don't think she's going to lose?
No, I think she's really focused. I think she's really worked on her art. She's really focused. She doesn't want to get into any of that rah-rah and before the game pre-hype, all that nonsense. But I think she's focused. I think she's going to win. And guys, listen, we know... guys love to talk about NFL being fixed. UFC needs Ronda Rousey to fight a couple more fights, by the way, financially.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, so it'd be financially beneficial for them to have Ronda Rousey win again and build her stature up so they can have another big event with her, maybe as the second headliner with maybe, I don't know, McGregor or somebody in first, but to have them two on the same card, brings a lot of steam to the pocketbook. I got a feeling Ronda Rousey's going to win this evening.
You do?
That's my feel for it.
All right. I don't know.
I'm not saying it's fixed. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying she's focused. There's a lot going for her. To me, she's taking the adequate amount of time off to get her game back face on and get it back together. I think she wins this fight.
All right, man. Well, you know what? I'm pretty interested in watching this fight, Dream.
I am, too. I'm going to probably try to check it out myself. I want to see how she balances. Oh, just listen to us saying that. Just us saying that. We're interested in seeing a female UFC fight. I don't really even watch UFC fights regularly. Okay,
yeah, right.
So now they got me interested and you interested. That's letting you know if she wins the fight, they're lined up to get a lot more buzz in the next matchups.
She's going to have to fight Holly Holm after that in a rematch.
No doubt. Feel me?
Yeah, definitely. So,
you know what,
Guys, hit up our boy Tiger Clinch MMA. He'll have
Definitely.
all the picks for all these fights tonight.
He
He'll
will,
be
and I'm
going through
sorry
them
that
all.
I couldn't get him on, guys, but listen, busy.
All right, Dream. So it's time to
Real
roll.
quick,
We'll be back tomorrow.
Hold on, real quick. Run it over to the ice for 1 second, guys. My San Jose Sharks are going tonight. They are on the ice. I love this team. Talked about them all season. They are definitely off to an incredible start. We fell short last night with the Capitals against the Devils. It went to a shootout overtime. Can't believe the Caps lost in the shootout. That's killing me. And that was a punch in the face right there. But that's what went down as far as the Caps concerned. I did gave out the Dallas Stars as well, and the Stars did win their game. As far as tonight is concerned, San Jose Sharks. You guys leave it alone, but I like the San Jose Sharks to win this game. You guys leave it alone, but I like the San Jose Sharks to win this game. All right, the other games I don't really have a feeling for, but that's where I'm at. We're going to get out of here. I want to thank everybody that's retweeted the show, Cash Action Bets, Terrence Smack, Scott Weaver. We wanted to thank him as well. I tried to get Weaver on the show today. We couldn't make it happen, but we may be able to get him on tomorrow as a special guest. Who else do we got out there retweeting? Let's see. Mr. Sermata's in the house. Cutlass, welcome to the party. Tip Talker, Jay Gotts, Vegas Jack, Super Mario to the bank. We got Colin Axelrod, Shy Picks, It Be Easy, Immaculate, Shane White, Ted. We got Fast Eddie 72, Wooch GG, and so many more. Gang, I'm the Dream. Always remember who you're with. Make the most of each and every day. You cannot get this time back. Be back to see you tomorrow.
All right, guys. We will be back live tomorrow. We'll be talking about all the NFL, all the collegiate football. We got 16 NFL games. We have college football playoffs. We have so much to talk about tomorrow and to get ready for New Year's Eve. Guys, we love you to death. Go out there. Go easy tonight. I mean, really. Tomorrow, this weekend is bananas.
Bananas.
But take a look at Harbizzle and the Michigan Wolverines. And, guys, join the fantasy football contest. It feels like some people are scared this week, Dream. They don't want to face the champ. The champ.
Nobody's scared.
It's all good. You go polish my belt for me, player. That's it. We love you to death. Go out there. Go easy, guys. Rise and grind. Make all your dreams a damn reality and get that money.
Polish.
Polish my belt. Later.
Polish.